Shalom Israel, Shalom, his brother Kalakayash. And before I get started with this prophecy update, of course, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach wa Malak Yahweh Shai. In the English, that's how you would say God in the name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. But of course, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. It means He exists. The true name of the only begotten Son. And again, these names are in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the language that we speak, is Yahweh Shai. It means He the deliverer, He the savior. The Most High God, Yahweh, sent His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, to redeem, to deliver, to reconcile the children of Israel, which the children of Israel today are the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, woman, and child, primarily here in Babylon the Great, the majority where the great deliverance will take place in the land of the north, in America. Again, Babylon the Great. Also scattered across the four corners of the earth, still looking to be woken up or in this truth, enduring into the end. Shalom to the house of David. Shalom to the elders that have been doing this work, that taught the younger brothers, the sincere-hearted elders in this thing, that before we knew anything, we just have entered into their labors. Shalom to, again, all the brothers and sisters scattered abroad, waiting for this all hell to break loose and the Lord's kingdom to be established upon this earth. So a prophecy update. If you haven't been watching, you're not ready to get up out of here, right? Because if you're not watching, that means you're comfortable, you're complacent, and it's a saying in the world that says complacency kills. So if you don't really know what's going on, now there's so much stuff going on, pursuant to Zephaniah the third chapter. The Lord brings His judgment to forth every day, every morning, paraphrasing. But if you don't know anything that's going on, it's really shame on you, and you don't want to get out of here. Right? It's really in vain that the Lord woke you up to be an Israelite. If you're not watching the prophecies, if you're not waiting to get up out of here, if you're not magnifying the talents that the Lord gave you, if you're not working, if you're not occupied, the Lord woke you up in vain. What are you doing? Are you watching? Do you really want Babylon to be destroyed? Do you really want the kingdom? Or you just a follower of men? So prophecy update, not to go on a rant. Prophecy update, Isaiah chapter 62 and verse number 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silent. So we're not supposed to be keeping silent. Now there's various forms of doing the work of the Most High. But you're supposed to be making noise. You're supposed to be warning people, videos, building up your spirit. We're always supposed to be talking about the Holy One of Israel. Our conversation is in heaven. We have to leave this place behind. Again, this is a prophecy update. The Lord is doing major things on the earth. Life as you know it, as I know it, as we know it, is about to change. It has changed since 2020. Life is about to change drastically. The Lord is going to make us know that He is the only way out of the land of confusion of America. So don't keep silent. Watch these. Speak. Always exalt the names of the Lord. Always bless the names of the Lord. Always thank the names of the Lord. As we go into these prophecies, as you can see, that we're entering into a so-called new year. Things are about to change. Things are about to change. People forgot about the government shutdown, and everybody, all of our women, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, and and not getting paid, having to go to work. People forgot about that. Was only last month. So major events are on the rise. So we have to watch, man. Verse number 7. And give Him no rest till until He make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that's what we want. That's what we should want. For the men of our nation, the ancient men, the young men, the ancient woman, the young woman, to be a praise in the earth. Ultimately, to see the Yahweh get his reverence back in the earth. To see the name of Yahweh exalted in the earth again. To see Yahweh shall get His reward for all the mighty trials and temptations that He had to endure. To see our people beautified and magnified in the earth again. There's going to be nothing like it. But it all starts with us. Again, the Lord said the kingdom of heaven is within us. But we have to work. We have to watch these prophecies. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the first one. So, of course, we have earthquakes, as the Lord warned us. As the Lord warned us, the Lord made good on His word every single time. The Lord said for disobedience, we'll be scattered across the world, and the curse is going to follow after us, and the Lord did that. Now we're here having to do a prophecy update because we didn't want to listen to the words of the Lord. What happened? What happened? What's going on? It just totally cut it out. Totally cut it out. Let me just... Hold on. Let me just do this. That's not what I wanted. It was a certain one I had. Well, I'll just roll with it through the spirit. Because this is from today. It's 4 hours ago. But you got earthquakes on the rise. I had a certain... Let me make sure I didn't close it out all the way. Get that out of there. So you had certain... Earthquakes been on the rise for a while. But 2025, there was an uptick in earthquakes. And this is just from 4 hours ago. So, of course, a simple-minded person would say, it's been earthquakes forever. But yeah, they're going to intensify. They're going to intensify. Not a day goes by where there's not an earthquake. It's just when it hits a city near you, then you're going to start to consider. When the Lord brings the plague and the affliction a city near you, then you're going to want to open up Matthew 24 and say, oh, the Lord did say it will be earthquakes. There are earthquakes now. The Lord's just giving us time to get right and for the elect to be sealed. So I'm going to read a little bit of this from usatoday.com. Magnitude 6.5 earthquake rocks Papua New Guinea. So a 6.5 magnitude earthquake rocked the island nation of Papua New Guinea on Monday morning, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The quake struck at 10:31 a.m. in the city of Goroka, the USGS reported. Goroka is the capital of the Eastern Highlands province of Papua New Guinea. It's located just north of Australia. So showing you that the Lord is working. And then where was that? We're going to get into it. It happened maybe like a week ago. But what's going on in Australia right now? We're just going to get into it. I'm just going to get into it. But before I do that, I want to get a precept, of course. Because they go hand in hand with the next two slides. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse number 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he hath made. So the Lord is only starting to visit the world which he hath made. Barely. Again, as it gets worse, that's showing you how close the Lord is. You still can buy and sell. You still could clock in, clock out. You got people planning they spring break right now. People about to celebrate this wicked pagan holiday, Christmas, which means without Christ, when you really go into the word. Take Christ away when you really break down the word. People about to celebrate this false new year. So when things start to get worse, that's when the Lord is getting closer. So we see the Lord is close because we see this stuff brewing, but it's not that bad yet. So the Lord is he's still a distance away. So we want to hasten these evil days, but pray to the Heavenly Father through his son Yahushua that he delivers us out of them. Verse number 2. 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. That we're living in the end. The men of the Lord, the men of the Lord that's prophesying, the women of the Lord that's embodying the spirit of our foremothers, is manifest in the end. Why? Again, because Yahushua said the kingdom of heaven is within you. So by us stepping into our role, coming back to the covenant, repenting, praying, fasting, and calling and begging the Yahweh Shem Yahushua to make the time short, the Lord is manifesting the end. These judgments are coming is because we're praying to the Lord. All right, so I'm going to go to the next slide. So we got the earthquakes out the way. But I wanted to get, because I believe this happened in Australia. So it happened like a week ago, a little late, Salakia. But so you got earthquake off the north coast of Australia today. And last week you had this so-called, so-called massacre or so-called terroristic attack. But you see upwards of the people, and we see earthquakes happening in the world. But I'm see if I can play this.
Every time I look at you, the world makes a little more sense. You calm the noise, you steady the ground, and you make everything fall into place in a way I never knew was possible. I can't wait.
Fair use. Fair use. Madness.
Australia's Prime Minister is pushing for tougher gun laws after the deadly shooting at Sydney's Bondi Beach. At least 15 people were killed and dozens injured in what authorities are calling a terror attack targeting Jewish people celebrating the start of Hanukkah. Police say the gunmen were a father and son. The father was shot and killed by authorities at the scene. The son is in the hospital in critical but stable condition. Officials say the younger suspect was previously on the radar of authorities, but he wasn't deemed a threat. He's now expected to face charges. Here's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese talking.
All right, so you see it. So what we cover here, ISIS ideology. The father and son suspects accused of carrying out the Hanukkah massacre were motivated by Islamic State ideology. Now, you see what Babylon is doing. You see what America is doing. They've been talking about this Islamic State ideology ever since 2001, ever since the tower attack. So that things are brewing. Esau's looking for another flag event. That's what's about to happen. So eventually, slowly but surely, a persecution, and this is going to lead to the famine of the word and the persecution of the saints. So we have to watch these things. We have to understand what Esau is doing. Esau, here it is. Esau is the hammer of the whole earth. The strongest military, which is now decaying and waxing worse. That now he has competitors now. He can't stop things like this from happening with AI prevalent. And he allows these things to happen. Remember, no thing can escape the Most High, Esau, because he thinks he's the Most High. He's watching everything. They probably seen this guy set up. Watch them set up, let him do it, just so he could capitalize off and get order out of chaos like he always do. So again, I'm gonna continue reading. CNN has learned Sajid and Naveed Akram recently traveled to an island in the Philippines known for Islamic insurgency. Naveed on an Australian passport and Sajid, who was originally from India, on an Indian passport. So you just see the things Esau is doing, but don't be deceived. Be not deceived. The elect's not gonna be deceived. Don't be deceived by the tricks and ploys of Esau. He's allowing these things to happen. He's gonna capitalize off this. Now, could it really have happened? Yes, but it's all gonna turn into really Esau taking away everybody's rights, because they're going to take away the guns in Australia. So we see upwards of the people. We see chaos in the world. All right, so we have to, again, watch these prophecies. Now I'm going to go to the next slide. So what's this guy say? What's he talking about? So this is from PBS.org. It says, we want it back. Trump demands Venezuela return land and oil rights to the USO. So you got to hold all the way up. Here it is. The Babylonians, the Edomites, the Americans, all three synonymous. They raped, robbed, and murdered the indigenous people all the way from Canada all the way down to Florida. So that's their oil. That's their land. The Venezuelans are the tribes. The Northern Kingdom tribes over there. You already conquered them, enslaved them, put them on plantations. Now, after you're going broke, you're going to rob them again. So you see the hypocrisy and the demonic nature of the so-called white man, biblically an Edomite. So I'm going to play a little bit of this.
All right, well, that was a beautiful event for three great people. And they're now looking down, and their parents and wives and all of the people that were there were, devastated, but great people, great people. So thank you very much for being there. Yeah, she's doing a great job. Just a blockade. Not going to let anybody going through that shouldn't be going through. You remember they took all of our energy rights. They took all of our oil from not that long ago, and we want it back. But they took it. They illegally took it.
Yeah. You illegally took it, man. See, the Lord is gonna judge these people, and it's not, and they're gonna play it as a hatred thing. But the Lord has indignation against a certain nation of people forever. We just understand and know now that it's the so-called European man, the biblical Edomites. So they're gonna try to play it as we're hateful and hate speech. These people are not right in the spirit, and only the hopeful elect can see that this nation of people is not right. But the Lord gonna get them right, man, via His judgments. But I'm gonna play the rest of this.
Oh, Dan did a great job. I think he wants to go back to his show. Yeah, I do. Getting land, oil rights, whatever we had, they took it away because we had a president that maybe wasn't watching. But they're not going to do that. We want it back.
See, key word of the day, watching. So y'all watch this. I'm gonna stop pausing it.
They took our oil rights. We had a lot of oil there. As you know, they threw our companies out, and we want it back. Well, I think the message this evening is we inherited a mess, and we've done a great job, and we continue to. And our country is going to be stronger than ever before very soon. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, you may get it back, but you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get the judgment that's written. Because this man has everything. You have the tribes in captivity. You have trillions and an infinite amount of money, but you're in debt. But power that comes from the free labor of the Lord's chosen, the Israelites, which are the so-called blacks and Hispanics and indigenous people to this land. But you're just not satisfied. But the Lord's gonna satisfy you when he gives you a judgment. That's the only thing that's gonna calm this man down and make this man satisfied is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's judgment, and it's coming, and we're pushing it, and we're gonna prophesy. We're gonna prophesy until it happens, until deliverance or destruction. Well, deliverance or death, man. This ministry, Salakia. Salakia. This ministry is set up. When the Lord woke us up to the fact that we were His people and chose us to prophesy, because we didn't wake ourselves up. The Lord woke us up. The Lord called us. Now we're just working and being diligent to make our call and election sure. We want this place to go, and we understand and know the only way it's gonna go is if we watch these prophecies and prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, and in doing so, wake up our people and tell them to endure and wait for our King. But this man is going to get his judgment. I went on. I lost my train of thought in the midst of that. But this man's soul is not upright in him. Neither is none of his nation. I'm going to read a little bit of this. Under Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro's predecessor, Hugo Chavez, the Venezuelan government seized assets from some American oil companies after the country nationalized oil fields in 2007. Watch Trump's remarks in the video. President Donald Trump on Wednesday assailed his White House predecessors for not pushing back against Venezuela earlier and stated that his intention is getting land, oil rights, whatever we had, returned by the government in the Caracas. So this man is a demon. But I got a precept. The classic. Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'm going to start from the top. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So that's what the Lord is doing. The Lord set us up upon our watch. Remember, we just read Isaiah 60, the 62nd chapter. So we're supposed to be watching. We're not, the men of our nation are supposed to be watching and doing the best we can to warn our people, whether it be going out, whether it be doing videos, whether it be just watching for yourself to get ready for the great and terrible day of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because great and terrible is going to be the days are ahead. Terrible days are brewing upon this earth. It's cooking in a pot. The Lord is stirring it up. I'm going to get that next, Lord willing. Verse number 2. The Lord's not, he's stirring this thing up. Verse number 2, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. So this is us making it plain upon tables. It's plain upon tables. We see earthquakes. We see the uproars of the people. We see Trump and the Americans being damn demons. We see laws getting ready to be passed on hate speech for the family. We see everything that the Lord say will happen is happening. We say it all the time. So you have to run with this and talk about it. Don't give the Lord no praise. Pray Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua make this time short and cover the elect. Pray Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua that he gives his men spiritual power in the days to help our nation, the feeble of our nation, the women, the children. Pray Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua he gives divine protection over us as he did in the time of Judas Maccabees and in the time of the Feast of Dedication. These are the things that we got to hope for and pray for, because there's nothing else. There's nothing else that we should be desiring in the last days. Verse number 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Surely these judgments is not going to tarry. They're tarrying, Salakia. Surely these judgments are going to come. They're tarrying, but surely they're going to come. These Americans, these National Guardsmen, these Homeland Security troops, the CIA, the FBI, the sheriff, the local police, anybody and everybody join unto them, these white militias, these Klansmen, because the KKK still exists, they're going to show their true horns in the last days. We're going to need divine intervention. We're going to need Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, Michael the Archangel, and all the elect and all the angels, all the right-hand angels. We're going to need them. If not, we're not making it out of Babylon. Verse number 4, this is what I wanted. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, by his faith. So this man's soul is not upright. None of them, none of the Edomites, their soul is not upright in them. So we're living in a land of confusion, a land of sexual immorality, a gluttonous society, a pagan society, an idolatrous society, a covetous society. You can do whatever you want here. You can go to the strip club. You can go to the liquor store at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning and drink till 10 o'clock in the morning. Nobody going to say nothing to you. You can eat from the time you wake up, from the time you go to sleep. You don't have to leave your house. You get an Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats. You could do whatever you want here. You could buy a sex robot. You could marry that robot. Man could be a woman. Woman could be a man. You get your tubes tied. So we're living in an unjust society. And the only thing we have to make it out is the faith in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. The faith in knowing that we're Israelites. The faith in knowing that we have power with the angels. The faith in knowing that this place is not going to endure for that much longer. And what increases that faith? Watching. Because Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua said, watch, man. Verse number 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what the Americans do. So this man is unsatiable. I had it pulled up. What is unsatiable? Incapable of being satisfied. Like a woman, man. The Edomites are like women. Suicidal, maniacal, undesirable, beast-filled women. The whole nation, man and woman. Just vile. Can't satisfy them. Limitless. The unusual form is insatiable. So they're just bad. And the Lord's going to take them from off the face of the earth. That's prophecy. That's scripture, man. All right. What we got next? So this is from the JewishInsider.com. Palantir's Alex Karp says Jews need to leave their comfort zone to defend community. So Palantir, we're going to go into what Palantir is. It's only right. The Palantir CEO was honored at the American Friends of Lubavitch Chabad annual Lamplight Awards in Washington. So what did he do? Why is it not coming up? Why is it not coming up? So he awarded him well, I'll show you what Palantir is. Better yet, what is Palantir? What is Palantir? Let's do this together. Palantir is a U.S. software company known for building data integration and analysis platforms like Gotham and Foundry that help large organizations, including government, CIA, DoD, and ICE, and corporations Airbus, Finance, make complex decisions by connecting disparate data sources and revealing patterns. So it's a spy company. Essentially, that's what it is. So what are they doing with the Jewish community? Let's see. I spelled that wrong. They're not even my location. No. They got it anyway. Here we go. This is what I wanted. But it should have said what he gave him. He awarded him a Torah scroll. Either way, what I wanted was... Oh, let me see. They're going to use this to really crack down, and this is going to bring about the famine of the word. Here it goes right here. It's from a while ago. So it says, Kabod just gave Palantir a Torah scroll for helping Israel spy on every American. You see that? So it says, the award celebrates Palantir's rapid response partnership with Israel Ministry of Defense after October 7, 2023, which integrated the company's Gotham and Foundry platforms into the IDF's real-time targeting and intelligence architecture. So they spying on Americans. You can read this. This is from the foreignpolicy.com. So they know what you're doing. They don't have to act for your location. They already know. They watching. So we have to watch and pray that the Lord deliver us from these people, because they understand that we know that they are not who they say they are through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And matter of fact, I'm going to read that. Matter of fact, this is what they're trying to stop, prophecy, but they can't do it. Can't do it, even if they could. Revelation chapter 3 and verse number 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Shaitan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So Amalek wants to take our crown. Your flesh wants you don't have that. The flesh don't want the crown on. Your spirit want that crown. But know that these videos, us reading Revelation 3, Revelation 13, Psalms 149, Isaiah 14 and 21, is coming to an end. So you have to watch and get as much oil as you can before it's too late. So this is from the mirror.co UK. It says World War III fears ramp up as Putin pals list Europe targets and warns don't blame us. So a mouthpiece for Vladimir Putin has unleashed a fresh threat to Europe in a chilling TV address. The latest rant from the Kremlin ally comes as Brits have been warned to prepare for conflict. So just more war. And one may say, an idiot, just say it, an idiot may say, well, they've been doing this for yeah, well, that's what the Lord said what happened. Wars and rumors of wars. You think all this war talk, you think is never going to escalate and missiles going to start flying? You got to be a damn fool. And if you blind it like that, the Lord just wants you blind. He wants you to think that it's just going to be wars and rumors for wars forever. So at the end of the day, it's on you. We here telling you that's not the fact, but if you don't believe us, who are we? Right? Fear the Most High. So I'm going to get a precept. This is Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to read start at verse number 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. We know it's coming. We see the wars, we see the rumors of wars, but what got to happen? For nation shall rise against nation. There's going to be race wars, civil unrest. When the government finally do shut down. Every man's going to cleave to their own like. when it gets primal out here. And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine. And when the famine hit, we still didn't even get the famine yet. And pestilences, more sicknesses, and earthquakes, which is happening in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then what? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And this has to happen. The persecution got to happen. Because we're the only ones pushing something that's going to bring persecution. It's not the Christians. It's not the 2819 church. It's not the brothers. It's not the brothers that's going back into the world. It's not them. It's the ones that's labeled so-called One West. That the home of the truth, really. You wouldn't know a damn thing if it wasn't for One West and our elders. So shame on you. And the men of our nation need to repent. Right? One more. Or repent or be a partaker of what's about to happen. Because this is just in San Francisco. But this is about to be all of Babylon. So this is from the USA Today. This updated. It happened a couple days ago, but this is an update from today. San Francisco power outage continues for thousands still in the dark. Crews are still working to restore power to thousands of San Francisco residents nearly 2 days after a fire caused a widespread blackout across the city. So nearly 4,000 people are still without power as of 9 a.m. local time or 12 p.m. Eastern, according to Pacific Gas and Electric's outage tracker. Similarly, USA Today's outage tracker had about 5,000 customers without power as of 12 p.m. So darkness is coming to the land of Egypt. But who's going to have light? Right now it's spiritually dark, but we're trying to shine that light. But our people refuse it. I don't know what I want. Hold on. Had a great light. I'll just get that. Hold on, I really want that one. I don't want to just get anyone. Here it goes. Exodus chapter 10, end off with this. Exodus chapter 10 and verse number 21. And Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. Now this is spiritual and physical, because right now the majority of the world is in spiritual darkness, not understanding and navigating and knowing how to be circumspect to know that the times that we live in. But also, it's not going to be just San Francisco. You got all these various data centers being built up everywhere. The strain on the grid, eventually the power will go out. And the only light we're going to have is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse number 22, and Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose anyone from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Yasha'Allah or Israel had light in their dwellings. And this is our faith. That the Lord's going to shut everybody out in the dark, and that we're going to have light if we be the elect. So Lord willing, I was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. I like to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach wa Malak Yahushai. Until next time, Shalom family, Shalom to the elect. Make sure you watch. Shalom.